Hello, today on Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Video Voice, I'm going to be talking about Emma. Yesterday we talked about understanding the sense of the story, why it's relevant and interesting to the people you're passing it on to. If you understand the relevance, if you understand why it is interesting, then you stand a better chance of making it compelling when you read it, and people are more likely to understand it as well. Put yourself in the place of where the story has happened. See it as you read it to add to your conviction, like Emma, the travel reporter. I was called in by the manager of a radio station to train his travel news presenter. Let's call her Emma Leven. It's just a little joke. If you're in the UK, you may get that. And the manager of the radio station was at a loss to know what to do. Emma had a great voice and personality on air, but when it came to reading the travel news script, she just didn't sound right. So I met with Emma and listened to an off-air recording, and immediately I understood what her boss had meant. The news of traffic and travel, congestion, diversions were fluently read, but without any spark that she'd previously shown when talking with the main presenters as part of the show. And within a few seconds, I thought I knew what the root cause of the issue was. And I said, "You're new to the area, aren't you?" And she said, "Yes. I used to work at another station, so I know radio, but I just moved here a few weeks ago." I was at the station for a couple of days seeing other people and coaching them on their voice and presentation style. So I gave Emma some homework for that day, and I was going to check on it the next day. And I said to her, "Are you free this afternoon?" "Yes," she said. So I said, "Oh, okay, what I want you to do is go to the places in the area that over the last few days you keep mentioning on the travel news, you know, the hot spots, the pinch points, the roadworks and so on. First of all, drive through the area, and then I want you to park in a side street or a car park or whatever. Walk around for a few minutes, see where those hold-ups usually are at 7 o'clock in the morning in the breakfast show. Work out why they're caused. I mean, it may be that 3 lanes go down to 2 lanes either side of lights, or maybe there's a school nearby, or a bus in a stop that blocks the line of sight for people pulling out from a nearby street or whatever. And see what else is around. Soak it up. Experience it. Drive through it, and then park the car and look at it. Take some pictures. Then go to another hot spot and do the same thing." The next day I arrived at the radio station for day 2 of the coaching, and the manager greeted me. "What did you say to Emma? She's so much better this morning," he said. And the difference was that Emma now understood the situation as well as the script. Previously she was just repeating the words, just reading them off a script, off the screen, but now she could picture in her mind exactly where the problem was and its significance. She was not able to just present the travel news, but present it with a more relevant tone. She was also including more relatable information. You know, she was saying things like, the traffic's now backing up to the supermarket, or there's a nasty junction just by the pub, and so on and so forth and such like. What you need to do as a reader is to read something with a sense of understanding, a sense of significance, and that will automatically be heard by the listener when they're hearing your message, and it'll be much more likely to have an impact with them. They're much more likely to understand it, to literally hear it, and possibly act on your message as well. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.